this weekend is, quite frankly, a miracle.
Oh, why is that?
Because you go a whole month without even so much as looking at alcohol. And then you're like, yeah, I'm going to go out to the bars. And I easily spent like $100 to $150 on booze just this weekend.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I also went out Saturday night. So that's why it wasn't all Friday night.
I definitely
true.
could not have gone out on Saturday night. I was dead. I think I would not have survived.
Did you die on Friday night, Nolan?
Yeah, because I was a little bit busy on Friday.
Your soul just leave?
Busy.
Wow. I think I could have drank a little more, but lazy Saturday.
Yeah, didn't do much. Read the Bible a couple times.
Oh, Jesus.
A couple times.
I did a little the little seance with
Little
the devils.
light reading.
Light reading of Matthew.
A
Mark?
light reading.
The book of
I guess
Psalms.
am I doing the
Psalm.
intro?
No, so hello everyone and welcome to the newly rebranded podcast. We are now at the Quarter Life Crisis. This is Mitch Garrett.
Nolan Miller.
Chris Sims. I'm going through a lot of crises.
And who we got?
Haley.
Oh, hell
My
yeah.
sister's back on for the
Repeating.
second time.
Welcome
Second
back.
time. We're having a repeat guest. Does that mean we've made it? That we've had a guest on twice now?
Yeah,
Technically, I thought I replaced you, so this is weird.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
were- you were in New Zealand. You were in New Zealand.
There's
I
some
was down under,
fits.
eating fucking lamb and
With the
saying
Chilling with
sweet
Kiwis.
ass.
yeah, the Kiwis,
The
dude.
fucking
That's the
Kiwis,
one
man.
thing that you always
With the
fucking-
Kiwis.
That's
what
all we
they-
remember.
That's what they called them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone.
The Kiwis,
they're
eh?
all Kiwis, eh?
Hey.
I wish I was a Kiwi.
Did you ever get annoyed at the accent?
No, dude. It was actually fairly normal. It almost it was like a hybrid between a British accent and a Australian accent. It wasn't as pronounced as Australians.
Crikey, mate.
Yeah, they're not out there like, oh my, look at this dingo out
A
here.
dingo ate my baby.
They're,
Uh.
no, it's not bad. And that's the crazy thing too. They had, I know I've talked about it before. They have, so there's two islands on New Zealand, and they
No way,
have
dude.
different accents depending on where you're from on the island.
Jesus.
The ones from the southern island have.
How
more
big of a
southern
place is
drawl.
this? Because you see that in the United States as well, though.
Huh?
I mean, you see that in this.
Yeah.
People from
Different
Texas
accents.
talk different than people from Iowa.
And so in like
But how
London,
big, like scale-wise, how big is New Zealand? Not that big.
I think landmass-wise, it fits into all of Colorado. Like it's the
Ooh.
size of Colorado.
And that
Wow.
and that much distance, there's a difference between dialect.
Huh?
Because the South Island is a completely different geography as well. They see different seasons because of how close you're getting to the.
The equator.
Equator.
No, not the equator. The
I don't know
why I said it like that.
Polar caps and like the fucking Antarctica. Is Antarctica? Yeah,
Fucking
Antarctica.
dumb.
Oh, on the south.
On the south.
Oh shit!
Just making up
Whoa.
accents
Yeah.
over here.
Dang.
So, it's further down south. You get more of a. It's like a southern drawl.
What happened? What happened over here?
Sorry.
Equator.
I said equator weird, and we were the only two that heard it, and it
Oh.
was kind of
Way
uncomfortable.
tall.
Because I don't know why I said it like that. It was so stupid.
Okay, yeah. Can you just like get off? No. Okay,
Oh.
I'm just-
All right, Haley, we're gonna have to make our
Is
own
that how
podcast.
you... Wait, I want to backtrack for a second. If you were in New Zealand and people were talking to you in that accent, is that how you would respond with that noise?
Oh, you're,
What
so,
the-
you're so caught up on that. Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to go for an Australian accent.
So
And I-
you...
So you did
What?
a very loud moan/grunt. It sounds like you're constipated, bro.
Because I couldn't think of an accent off the top.
It
so-
just sounds like you're irritated with the way that they speak.
You fucking druggo.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anywho.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
you
so-
like New Zealand?
Yeah. No, New Zealand's great.
Dope.
Would highly recommend it.
Good alcohol in New Zealand?
Dude, they're fucking degenerates down there.
Oh.
They like straight up have a drinking crisis.
So was Friday night kind of like a normal day in...
So to put this in perspective on how their normal like weekend festivities go, so the legal drinking age is 18 down there.
Hell yeah.
So people are getting fake IDs and going to bars at like 15 years old.
Oh,
Chicka
There-
chicka fake ID.
And there are straight up, there were a couple bars that were
Chicka
definitely
chicka, yeah.
towards like a younger demographic, and I remember walking in there and being like, I can't be here because it was like being at like a high school dance.
Ooh.
It was that was the like the faces and everything. I was
Miss
just like,
Kitties.
Whoa.
That's
Oh.
like, but that's like a bunch of old people though.
Yeah, but you feel like you're back in high school with a playlist.
Yeah, true. Oh, that is true, dude.
Not anymore,
Miss
because it's
Kitty-
country.
Miss Kitty's like has the same playlist that they play every single weekend in
Sounds
the
about
same exact order. Yeah, it's classic.
But
Well, it's Friday night, boys.
so, this last Friday night. I was still going on New
No,
Zealand.
the other
Yeah, bro,
day.
you're still yapping, bro.
Yeah, you asked what their festivities were. Like. They literally start drinking at like 5 or 6 p.m. Everything like shuts down. Like everything. I'm not kidding you. I can't.
That's how it is in Australia too. They like shut their restaurants and stuff at like, it's almost like you're in France or Japan. They like shut their restaurants down and then they open back up for like dinner.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times we've walked in at like 6 or 7 p.m. to like restaurants and they've been like, "Oh, well, we shut the grills off." We're like, "It's dinner time. What do you mean shut the grills off?"
We don't eat after 5.
That's the thing. So they start
Weird.
drinking, and they'll pregame until like 10 p.m., 10, 11, and the bars are open until like 5 or 6 a.m. So they're drinking
I cannot.
until 5 in the morning.
Oh my god, man! I remember you telling us that. Yeah, that's disgusting.
I gotta
dude.
try that at least once.
3 or 4 a.m. would roll around.
What's
and
the
you're just like, "Bro,
what's the earliest / latest you guys have ever stayed up to party?
Oh, I did an open to close at a bar in Vegas almost.
Oh wow.
What's
Which
open to
is-
close?
We got there it didn't open until 10 and we got there at like 11. And then we were there until 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
6 in the morning. What about you, Chris?
Pretty great.
In the bars or out of the bars?
Just
In general?
yeah.
Because I remember there's one
You are a wanderer.
one
so.
mystic night in Ames.
Mystic.
Me and Hayes, I think we got shit faced.
Oh my god!
we started at
Is
like
this when you guys got lost?
9. Yeah, we started at 9 at night and we were up until like 7:30 the next morning.
Yup.
Yeah, we wandered from Trip
Yep,
Street all
yep.
the way to West Ames back, and then I longboarded to my place in South.
Yup. I remember that. I remember
There was a time that I think it may have been Devin Hopkins and I.
Devin Hopkins.
We walked from the bars out to the Come and Go on Mortensen.
Wow.
We were getting back to
What?
Michaela's place. Yeah. Yeah. That was easily like a 2 or 3 mile
2 or 3
walk.
mile walk. Yeah.
I
the-
walked from the stadium to the police station.
Oh shit!
Like the one on campus?
Jack
or the
Trice?
one in town?
I walked from Jack
Jack Trice.
Trice to, I don't even remember what road Adam
6th Street
lived on.
probably. Close to 6th Street.
Yeah, like
That's a
close to
jog.
the
That's a
the big high V,
Mm-hmm.
the one in the middle.
Oh, so easy.
Okay.
In
Yeah,
Memphis,
East
when
Side.
we were at a Iowa State bowl game, they
Memphis.
closed down. They closed down at like 4 in the morning.
Oh.
so we
That
stayed
is so
out.
weird.
So just like wild, but like I don't know. In Ames, 3 in the morning. I walked back at like 2:30 in the morning from Welch to Trip Street, and I was by
Ooh.
myself, and I was so drunk. I was like singing the whole way
Singing.
home, dude.
You were alone?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
could have
do
been
it.
like that kid at the bottom of the pond.
No, bro, I'm fucking jacked
Bruh.
I'm-
Yeah,
I've been-
no one's gonna fuck with him.
Gotta go.
because
Later.
There's the door.
yeah, because I've been doing Sober October, dude.
Oh, do you been do some
What-
push-ups?
Not anymore, dude. I'm
No,
done.
oh,
I didn't do a single one. How far did you guys end up getting?
like miles, and so we're gonna do like a recap on miles and push-ups.
Yeah.
Meow.
And then
So
we'll get back into the party.
Yeah. Yeah.
sorry to be jumping around. We're having crises over here. So I ended the month with 65 miles ran.
Oh, you kept running?
Yep.
Good for you.
And 500 push-ups.
Nice.
Nice.
I think.
How do you feel after the extra miles of running?
I had to catch up. So
You-
after I caught
you
up,
caught up
Wait, how far
Quick.
behind were you?
I was 20 miles behind in
Same.
midway.
at
Oh, did
Literally
you?
same.
halfway. He had 8 miles.
Yeah.
Halfway.
He had 8
I had 8
miles.
miles.
Oh no. Okay.
Hey, don't worry. I ran like 25 miles in 1 week.
Okay, but I did that too, but I wasn't that far behind.
Yeah.
But he also got
I
65.
got 65.
Yeah, that's true. You kept going because you're a fucking lunatic.
Haha. So yep, there I was.
How do you feel?
I feel all right. I mean, nothing changed. My
You didn't-
body's doing all right.
We
Better.
should have done before and after pictures.
I can
just
still
to
do the
see-
after.
After pictures, goddamn! I took before pictures. I didn't take the
Ah.
after.
I
I
can do
didn't
that.
think about it.
I can do an after picture still,
I
maybe.
completely forgot about that.
Oh, well, thanks, Mitch, for including me in everything, even though...
Yeah, I texted you, but it's fine.
I didn't even know Haley was participating
Yeah.
in Sober October because no one told us.
I did.
I don't remember.
He probably dropped
It's
the ball.
fine.
I'd probably...
But you didn't feel any like worse or anything after getting them. You
No.
probably felt better. Do
I
you feel
felt-
like you're
yeah.
gonna run again or no?
Not as much, for sure. If I ran, I wouldn't do every day. I'd probably do like every other, or do like at least 2 miles tops.
Wait, did you do all outside?
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried.
I was running tonight and my right ankle was hurting.
Hurt.
Yeah, I told Nolan like the last... God, it was that last week.
Yeah, she was texting me like every night.
My feet turn in when I run.
Yep.
So I bought really nice shoes, and I have supports in my shoe that like correct my wrong feet. But then I'd wear shitty shoes to work. So like it's like going back and forth, and my right leg, like down towards my ankle, really started to hurt. And I was like, okay, like it's just one foot. I'll just suck it up. It's fine. But then both my shins were like on fire. And I texted him. I think there was like 3 days left. And I was like, I really don't think I can do this.
Yeah,
It was rough.
struggling.
I honestly would have compensated, and I probably would have like tried to run. I probably would have tried to ride like 100 miles within those 3 days.
Damn.
On the bike, like outside
Yeah.
on the bike,
She would have gotten it.
outside.
Because 50 is not really that much.
Yeah. Oh, like if you were to fully trade out
Yeah.
bike ride.
Yeah. For
yeah,
running.
Man, I don't know what if I rode my bike, cheeso. If I rode my bike instead
Words are
of
hard.
running, I don't know what my challenge would have been. Like another
Yeah,
five,
well, that's why I said that
another
you should
300 or
have changed.
400.
That's why I said that we all should have
I
changed
should have
it.
done 400 miles on my bike and then
In the
and
month?
then 50 push-ups.
I feel like that's not a lot.
50 push-ups?
50
But
push.
400 miles on a bike.
Dude, 50 push-ups. You can do that in 10
But
But I feel like
But
400 miles in a month is
400
not a lot
That's
on
a
your
lot,
bike.
man. That's a lot.
Because if you're doing at least 26 miles a day times 7 days a week, that's 182 miles a week.
Oh, easy.
But 26 a day is that's a commitment.
I used to do that. When I lived downtown, I would try to do at least 26 miles a day.
I'm sorry.
Triathlon.
I mean,
I'm
that
just
was
not
3
I'm
days
just-
a week.
I'm just not an athlete, I guess, guys.
Oh.
I guess
I'm
not.
just
Ran
the
50
second
miles
child,
one
dude.
time. Think you
I'm
can
just
go
the
run a
ugly
marathon.
second child, dude. No one cares
Shut
about
the
this.
fuck up. Oh, speaking of me just saying fuck, it's pretty funny. Shelby had texted me this morning because she was listening to our podcast while doing her hair, or not her hair, but like doing
Somewhere.
hair for people. And I brought up about me like swearing and like my mom not liking it, and
Fuck
she's
your
like,
mom.
Wait, does your mom not like it when you swear? And I'm like, well, no, she just doesn't like it when I'm constantly just dropping the F-bomb in the podcast. And she's like, okay, good. I was about to say, I was listening to your podcast. I'm like, I swear around your mom all the time while I'm like cutting her hair and stuff. And she's fine.
So did Shelby know that the podcast was explicit?
No, yeah, she knew.
Okay.
Okay, so how many miles did you get?
Where the miles at, boys?
Bro, go for it.
I think because I ran one last mile on Thursday, which was the 31st. So I think I hit like 53, and then I hit 450 push-ups.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so the challenge, if you guys didn't know, was to run 50 miles and do 400 push-ups.
In the month.
In a month.
Yes.
So that's what I
31
did.
days.
Oh, okay. Bare
Not a
minimum.
single
But
more
you-
step of running.
Bare
and not a
minimum.
But you hit
single
it before
more
the month was
push-up.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That was the
Precisely.
point. I did the goal.
The goal is to hit 50 miles in a month.
And
Yeah.
Not before the month is over, you fucking lunatic.
I'm in a month. You can do it before. But
I
you
mean,
guys
I
did
definitely
before,
hit-
too.
You got it.
By my calculations, I thought I hit the 400 push-ups like 2 weeks in.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have,
But it was-
been staying on top of it, I would have.
Push-ups are easy to, because you can do them anywhere. You could be
Yeah.
at work and you could just drop and do 25
I did 100
push-ups.
of them in a day.
Yeah,
I did
that's what I'm
100 of
saying.
them in 2. Yeah, I did 100 one day. I did 200 in 2 days.
You literally could have pushed
Yeah.
the 400 in a week.
You could have got ignorant. If you really tried, you could have got super ignorant.
Well, that's
with
why
it.
when you guys were like 50 miles and 400 push-ups, I'm like, Excuse me, what? You could do 400 push-ups in a weekend if you tried.
I know. I feel like we should have done something else.
Well, you guys can learn for next time, and I'll cheerfully cheer you guys on. Because
You're not gonna do it?
No more
You're
sober-
not?
I don't know.
No
man.
more
It's
sober
1
October.
month out of 12
I'm
that
not
you
saying
don't
that,
drink
but then it's like,
and whatever
but
else.
then it gets cliche.
I don't think so.
Cliche.
Christmas doesn't get cliche.
Yeah.
I love
Jesus isn't cliche.
Yeah, you got something against Jesus.
What's Jesus?
He's not cliche.
Something-
I'll
Allah?
tell you that.
This is a
Muhammad.
Christian podcast.
What?
So,
No,
But-
I don't think it gets cliche. I just think it's a good. I think it's a good thing to like reset.
Yeah,
Reboot.
I think.
And you're fat as fuck,
I
so
think I
like it's
will.
good that you get in the
Boom!
gym.
I'm fat as fuck.
Ditto.
I don't know. I've had a.
God.
I'm fucking. I've had like a 6-pack since like 2nd grade.
Oh, okay. A 6-pack of Coors Light since 6th grade.
Damn straight.
Dude,
Damn
we could have
straight.
had beer tonight during the
Oh,
podcast.
bro.
I was gonna
Okay,
ask.
but that's the weird thing. I like have not. I've continued to like not drink.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't touched booze since Saturday night.
See, and I worked, so I didn't drink Friday. I like had beer, like a beer taster. And then I also worked Saturday, and I didn't drink Saturday because I had to work at 10 a.m. on Sunday. So then Sunday, we went to a new bar called the Bartender's Handshake downtown. Shout out to them. Great place. Everybody should
Thank
go.
you for listening to the
Thanks
podcast.
for supporting
Sponsors.
And okay, wait, let me back up. We went to Bellhop first. Also, shout out to Bellhop. If you
Bellhop.
haven't gone, go.
Bellhop.
Sponsors.
Thank you for the views.
I had a cocktail that I've been, because they came out with their new menu October 1st or something, and I was pissed because we had just started Sober October, blah, blah, blah. So I went there. They have like a pumpkin spice latte kombucha. It's so good. Anyways, so I had that. And then we went to the Bartender's Handshake, and I only had 2 more drinks, and I was just like, okay.
Whatever.
I didn't
It's
get
over.
drunk. I didn't get shit faced like I wanted to. Like I was like, oh, okay, we can drink. And then when I did it, I was just like,
So what?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's perfect because we ourselves. So all in all, everybody had a successful Sober October.
Yeah.
I
We
don't.
can agree.
I think my calculations are off on the push-ups, but
No.
I might
But-
have missed the push-ups by like 25. But
Inexcusable.
It's all good. Trophies all around.
time for you to die.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Please quit your job.
Wait, is this China?
But
You lost social credit points for not completing the challenge.
See, but I think that's the other part that we
Straight
should
to the
have.
camp.
We should have thought of like, if you don't get it,
yeah,
you
That's
have
what
to
I
do
would-
X, Y,
Next
Z.
year, next
So-
year.
so-
But like you could have made it charitable too. Like, okay,
Oh,
if you
true.
lose, you have to
True.
donate $50 to whatever
To-
charity.
That's
to
definitely more
Bush
productive.
Light.
I was saying if you didn't make it, you'd have to do the whole month of November. So
Yeah, true. I was
No,
thinking,
because then you just suffer. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
don't lose.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
What were you thinking?
So I was thinking like halfway. I was like, I'm at only 8 miles. How am I going to push myself? And I was like, oh, maybe if the person loses, they get a mullet. Because I had a long
Can't do
hair,
that.
and I was gonna do it, and I was like,
I-
nah, I'm not gonna bring that up because then I might have to do it.
Because it might be me.
Yep. But
There-
no.
like, and I knew that you were like a runner, but I like when I saw that like halfway you were at 8 miles, I was like, dude, if I was halfway through the month, and I was like freaking out for you. I was like, there's no.
So how
if-
many miles a day were you running to catch up after the 8 miles?
I was trying to do 3, and then I went to 4, and then I went to 5.
See, the last day I had to do. I think I did 8 miles.
Hell yeah.
Because because the day before
wow.
my leg like gave out running,
Oh, God.
and I was only at 1.5 miles, and I was just like, oh no. So I had to quit. So I was like, it'll be fine, and then I did the math, and I was like, oh fuck. So I ran, like I did 4 miles at a time. So I did the 4 miles, and then I took a break, and then I did 4 more miles.
So you did half a mile or half marathon, kinda.
No.
Marathon's 26 miles.
No,
Yeah.
half marathon.
So
Oh.
a fourth of a marathon?
I did like a 10K.
6.5.
Oh,
Yeah.
a little bit more than a
8K.
10K.
That's impressive though, nonetheless.
Yeah, it would be a 10K.
But we all made it. We all made it. That's
made
not-
it.
You
Made
know.
it to the other
Barely,
side.
because day 1 of Sober October, I needed an entire pitcher of margaritas, and I couldn't do it.
Yep, I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty similar to this last Friday night because
This
Friday night was Mitch's birthday party,
Yeah,
pretty much.
It was fun.
And
I told you I spent
November
a lot of money
1st.
this weekend.
November
Oh yeah,
1st.
that's right. I forgot that was your birthday.
Yeah. Well, I guess Halloween last
Halloween,
Thursday was.
Yeah, last
But-
Thursday.
Yeah, it was good. Definitely spent a lot of money.
Did you get drunk?
Oh hell
I
yeah.
was hammered.
I hope so. If you spent $150.
Yeah, man. Friday night was fun. A lot of your friends came out. My friends, what we did, we went to our buddy Grant's house. We ate pizza at his house, and then we Ubered from his house downtown. So we were drinking that whole time. And then when we went downtown, we got 2 boots
Ooh,
at
das
the Hessen
Boot.
house,
Dang.
and then we got this big ass table. It was funny. We walked in there and we got a smaller place, and we asked 2 guys if they could go to another table because there was like a smaller table available. And then that big table opened up, and we're like, well, fuck, now we're just gonna move again and be total fucking
Yeah,
assholes.
assholes.
Hey, can you guys move? Yeah, sure.
Hey, you can have this
minutes
spot
in
back.
there.
You can have
Those
this spot back.
fuckers.
Yeah. So we got 2 boots, and then y'all came in.
And Brittany, dude. Brittany
Oh,
was.
my-
Brittany was gone.
Did you guys Uber together?
Yeah, we
No, we drove
carpooled.
down.
Yeah.
Taylor drove us down.
Yeah.
Okay, drove everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have
Good
Big Red.
shit.
We had
Mhm.
Big Red, so it was.
Why didn't she drink with us?
She did drink, but she only had a couple of drinks. She's like, I don't feel like getting super drunk, and I want to make sure everyone gets home safely.
Because she did the sober part
Mhm.
of Sober October with us.
Yeah.
His girlfriend.
Oh,
Shout out
I
Taylor.
was like, what do you mean the sober part? The whole part was the sober
sober
part.
part.
She didn't do. She did run quite a bit. I think she almost.
Yeah, she did run.
She hit like almost 30 miles, but.
Did she run with you?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, are you saying she can't keep
Yeah,
up?
is that what you're saying, Mitch?
She-
Taylor can't
She
keep
ain't
up
fast.
with you, dude?
No, she can't, and she
Wow.
knows it. She's
Ooh.
literally
Wow.
said, "I can't run with you.
Oh,
I
wow.
can't keep up."
All right.
Okay, that's fair
She's
then,
a great
that's fair.
runner. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, you look at her and you look at me. She is like 125
Yeah, we get it.
pounds
We get it. Mitch is
and
fu-
like 5'3",
he's right.
5'4", and I'm 6 foot
Oh yeah.
with like super long.
Are you
Built,
6
man.
foot?
Yeah, I am 6 foot.
Have you measured yourself in a while?
I don't.
I'm like because I'm exactly 6 foot tall.
Oh, you are.
Like I'm not one of those like 5'11". I'm
No,
6 foot.
I'm
5'10". I'm
6
6
foot.
foot. I'm legitimately like.
As
far
as I know, I'm
Oh.
6
So what?
foot.
So we boys talking shit about 5'9" people?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm
I-
69 inches tall, boy. So fuck off. Fuck off.
Next,
Uh,
bro.
But yeah, she did the sober part of it and did run quite a bit, but she drove all of us, and there was Taylor and I in the front seat, and then it was Brittany, Joseph, and Kevin in the middle seat, and then Chris and Sarah in the back seat.
Nice.
Caboose.
We had Big Red
Nice.
fucking packed.
Yep.
Get downtown.
Full potential.
And by the time we got to the ATM, Brittany like needed help walking.
Yeah.
And that's when
Jeez,
we
to
found
get into
out-
the bars.
Dude, she had a
Yikes.
20-ounce Camelback.
Back.
And keep in mind, Brittany's about the same size as Taylor. A little bigger, but about the same size as Taylor.
A typical girl.
Yes.
Typical.
And she had a 20-ounce Camelback, and half of it was full of rum.
Bacardi.
What is with you psychos?
No,
and
that's not me
rum?
anymore.
Keyword anymore. And like, bless her heart, she was just like, she got down late, and I don't know if she's trying to catch up or what she was doing, but like none of us were like super drunk, so I don't know what the rush was, but like she just had one of those nights where, and she's like, we found out later too, she didn't have dinner either. Which
Oh,
we
wow.
did not.
Oh.
Yeah. So it wasn't just like she got super drunk. Like there was a
Rookie!
ton of things, and it was a rough night for her at Hessen House. Ryan ended up coming and grabbing her and having to go back home.
Yep.
And then we went
Gotcha.
to PBR and beer can.
Oh
and
man.
exchange and stuff.
Good times.
Dude,
I
I
love the exchange, dude.
how was it?
It was good to get back out there because I
I was
don't
gonna say, what was
socialize.
the roughest part for everybody?
I think.
The sober part or the athletic part?
Oh,
for
you're
the
talking about
month.
a month. So.
Yeah, not going back into drinking, you fucking lunatic. I know that's not hard.
That's why I'm like, what do you? I thought you were talking about Friday night. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
we're
do you-
just
Oh,
talking
no,
about the
I
party.
meant about the whole- sorry.
We're
That
just,
was
talking about the
fantastic.
party. Yeah. But so you rode with
I rode with Mitch, and then it was nice being in a onesie, Stitch onesie. It was hot.
Taylor has videos of you dancing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, those
Shocker.
were awesome.
I'm surprised.
Dude, I was dancing with you though, bro. Me and you were just like
Dude,
dancing around
there
the
was a video
fucking
of
pool
you.
table,
Yeah.
dancing.
No, there was
oh.
a video of you and you're sitting there like just like dancing.
Yeah, bro.
I
dude.
love drunk videos of Nolan.
And you,
I'm-
I watched the video and like I just knew like, and you kind of looked over at Taylor and you're like, and,
Yep.
like, he is.
It's fucked. Yeah.
That's
Dude.
hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
So much energy.
Tanks.
It was good to get it out. on
Yeah,
the
dude,
dance
we
floor.
we were back. I don't know. When we were at PBR and playing pool and dancing around, that was funny as hell.
That
Not
was so
giving a
much
shit.
fun.
Dude, Waldo. Let me tell you a little bit something about Waldo.
Oh.
Here we go.
Waldo gets a lot of attention. A lot of attention. I'm not even trying to be like weird about this, but I legitimately found him.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
God,
15
how
to 20
annoying!
times, and
You
I'm
didn't
like,
think about that when
guys.
you chose that?
There's Waldo.
I really did it. I really did it. And I was just like, yo, what up? Just, being.
I'm right here.
Well, I remember one time I needed a last minute costume, so I'm like,
Hey,
I-
speaking of costumes, Chris, what was Mitch Garrett dressed up as?
A rocker, brother.
yeah, brother.
He was a
I don't
Hardcore
see the difference,
rocker.
bro. It looks like you could have worn that, and you could have bypassed with the same thing, bro.
It was a
But
last
I'm-
minute.
I'm not good. I'm not good at
It
costumes.
was weak. It was
But
weak.
it was a while ago. I needed a last minute costume, so I started looking up easy to do costumes, and then Fred from Scooby Doo came up. I'm like, this is perfect. I don't have to wear a wig. I've got
Oh.
blonde hair, and so I literally went out and bought a like $1 thermal from like Forever 21,
Yep.
or no, it was like Rue
21?
Rue 21,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
like a blue button up from Goodwill, and then just blue jeans and shoes, and then I went to Hobby Lobby and bought a bright orange handkerchief to use as a mascot.
Mascot.
Cost me like $5, and the whole entire night, where's the rest of the gang at? That's all I got.
Wow.
I'm by myself.
I know. I thought
The
about.
gang to split up, and I'm up here looking for clues.
You had to get the whole bit every time.
Got a little background
We
story.
did.
Role play.
Yeah,
We
I
did.
dig it.
I'm
Dude.
by myself.
And Dave, my roommate Dave, was Jake from State Farm.
Yes, that was really good.
And he was doing it the whole. Both Uber drivers there and back got an earful of Dave. Jake from State Farm. Yeah, I can bundle you. I can bundle health deal for you.
Oh my! I would have
Everybody
fucking punched
all
him.
dude, yeah, literally.
No.
all
Right.
night. All night.
I would have just been like
Right.
khaki pants.
Yeah,
Khaki
Jake.
pants, red polo, and a name tag.
Jake.
We're talking about low effort cost.
I thought about
Yeah,
being
yeah.
one
But
of
you
the
knew what he
3 blind
was.
mice, but then I was like, oh fuck, I need 2 other people.
Yeah, you need 2 friends, Haley. That.
Don't got it.
Got 'em.
Ain't got them.
Yeah, dude.
Hate to see it.
But yeah, it was a good night when we were at PBR.
Oh, yeah.
We closed down PBR.
Yeah, dude.
The
punching bag
I
machine.
got. I did the
I hate
punching
that
bag.
bar so
Yeah,
much.
but,
So stupid.
thank you for the views. We appreciate the business.
Yes, thanks for the free beer.
Yes, I appreciate that. But we're there. I get a drink at like 1:40 in the morning, and then they close down like minutes
Yeah.
after I get that. So I had a full ass drink. Lights
Why
come
would
on.
they even?
Yeah, I know. They
Anyways.
shouldn't have served me. Yeah, I know. But lights
No,
come
not
on.
that.
and then
Why
we
would you
leave.
just sell it if
Yeah,
you're
that's what
gonna?
I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you meant
that's what
because you
I'm
were
saying.
too shit faced.
But I didn't want to leave. Dude, I was,
You just standing there. I'm not leaving.
Dude, all of a sudden, we were just like, "Oh, we got to go home," and I was like, "Shit."
Yeah, dude. That's
You
what
should
I'm
have
like,
started protest. I'm not leaving.
Well, the
Be that
bouncers,
guy.
like, no one, like, the bar was pretty much dead at that point, and the bouncers start coming through, and they're acting like, okay, everyone, time to leave. We're looking around, like, first off, you got 15 minutes till you close. Second off, like, dude, no one is, like, fighting you to leave. Like, we're all packing up and going.
Trust me, nobody wants to physically stay here. We'll
Dude, you're
leave.
good. But yeah, the punching bag machine, Noel and I ended up, like, screaming at each other, like, after
Just
we
being
had-
ignorant.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Oh, it was
Just being stupid. Just
Did he-
drunk.
Yeah, so we're at Hessen House, and y'all decided to bring over Jaeger bombs. We finally got that going.
10 Jaeger
10
bombs.
Jaeger
Holy
bombs.
So you spent $70 on Jaeger bombs?
60, yeah.
60, yeah.
Damn,
Yeah, and I started
bro.
whipping out cash, and I put 20 down. Chris is like, no.
No.
Puts down to the next 40. I'm like, okay.
Happy birthday.
Sorry
Dude,
that
Chris-
he's rich.
Chris loves to rage, man. This is the same man that I knew
Uh-huh.
in New York City itself. spend
Yes.
$150 on 3 bottles of wine in a bar.
New York
And-
City itself. What does that
and-
mean?
The Big Apple.
The Big Apple.
Itself.
The apple.
And I believe, was that the same night that you decided to go a little bit overboard on the Uber ride home?
Yes.
Ah, yep.
Puked in an Uber, didn't you?
Yep. We
No,
got straight-
dude, we
got right.
made it, bro. We
Made
made
it.
it.
Just-
We were literally getting out of the vehicle, and he puked. We
Thank
made
God,
it
because
back.
isn't that like a $50 charge? Or
150, but yeah.
150, baby.
puke?
I thought it was like $2 or $250.
$300 in one night.
You should charge people that at the bar. If you puke in our bar, it's $150 on your tab. You
Oh.
fucks.
Oh, that would
That
be
would
good.
If you
Yeah.
don't puke in a respected area.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Those Jaeger bombs got us going, and PBR after that, PBR after that, playing pool.
Mm.
Me and Chris were just getting after it. I don't know. It was a good night. We are back in action with drinking.
Yeah.
Ready for another.
Backed it up like it never
Yeah,
left.
this weekend. Since then, I've been a little nutty boy, and I said I was gonna turn into a whiskey boy. I've been drinking whiskey the last couple nights.
Fuck yeah. Welcome to the club.
Just straight whiskey. Just straight
Straight
whiskey.
What
on the
kind of
rocks.
whiskey?
Yeah.
I guess I drank bourbon. I drank 4
Bourbon,
roses.
okay.
I drank 2 glasses of four roses, and then David had some Cedar Ridge,
Ooh, okay.
Rye
Boom.
or
Yeah.
regular? Just the bourbon?
some special one.
Yeah, I think I'm
We've
gonna.
been getting crazy with
Interesting.
the
You need to try
For the
this
last 2 nights.
screwball.
Oh, hell yeah.
Monday night and Sunday
It's
night.
peanut butter.
Peanut butter
It's,
whiskey?
Yeah, it's really
Ooh.
good.
We
They have it
have
at
that.
Hy-Vee.
We
Yeah.
have that.
It's
And
super
then we
good.
just got
I don't think I've ever had one of
in the
those
new
before.
kegerator. We just got Confluence milk stout.
Oh,
Mm.
I love
gross.
stouts.
Mm.
Come over.
Yeah,
you
I'm a
have
fan.
you
Yeah.
guys both have to
Wait,
come over.
so
Might
how
come
do you
over.
do you just go to the brewery and you buy
Yep.
a keg?
Straight up.
Hell yeah.
Straight up.
Confluence is super dope. You just walk and be like, yeah, I want that.
Can you
Oh,
do
okay.
that can you go to Exile and do that too?
Probably.
And
Yeah.
you just have to say what size keg you have?
Yeah, we got a 5-gallon. A big, huge keg is 16, but this is a 5-gallon.
Okay.
So how much do they charge you?
$80 some dollars, and then plus $50 for the
Oh, the keg. And then that's just a
for the
deposit
keg.
because
Yep,
you get it back.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep. So $83.
But yeah, I know Exile when you walk in.
5
you can,
gallons.
you can talk to someone. They'll seat you in that back area, or there's
Oh,
those
yeah.
right there.
Yep.
So you just say,
Cool.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Same
I didn't know that they did that. I
Yeah.
guess you wouldn't think about it
It's dope.
that
Sometimes-
people just have kegs at their house,
Sometimes
you know?
it's better to call ahead to make sure they have what you want and to make sure they're selling it that day, because I feel like
Yep.
they'll only be selling it during certain times. It's not like you can show up at like 11 p.m. on a Friday night and be like, yo, we want a fucking keg.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that's true.
At a
Yeah.
place like that, I mean, Hy-Vee, you can buy kegs there anytime.
For sure.
Off for
Yep.
shizzle.
Yeah. That's what we did. That's what we
Weird.
did as
I feel
well,
like
yeah.
I'm entering into a new world. I literally
Yeah,
did not know that you
kegerators
could
are
just do
life-changing.
that.
It's I mean, it's like it's
Huh.
beautiful. It's a
Always
beautiful.
buy kegs. Always have everything on tap.
But yeah, so I'm good for like the next month or so on drinking. I don't know. I'm getting some whiskeys and I'll be drunk. I think I'm trying to go out every weekend pretty much now.
Okay. Ooh.
So if you guys are down,
I'll have to come over.
I'll go
Alright.
out, but I'm not
So
So
going hard.
that's your goal for November is to not
Dude,
be
it's-
sober.
It's that one. It's that one mem. That one girl that was like sober October, bender till December. That like you.
No
know
Nut
that-
November.
Are you doing it?
You betcha, brother.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you betcha.
Wait, are you not fucking anybody?
Nope.
Okay, well then that's easy
What's-
for you to do
I
that.
have Jesus on my side.
He's.
I'm just
he's-
saying, if you were in a relationship, that would be hard for
It'd
you to
be
be
so
like,
hard.
sorry, babe.
It's almost
I
like,
know
it's almost
relationship.
like
I mean,
he lives
it'd
with
be-
his girlfriend.
It's a positive
Yeah,
for
lives with his
females.
Yeah, it's almost like he lives with his
Wait, you have
girlfriend.
a girlfriend now?
He literally lives like 4 units
Yeah, you're
down
parked
from
in front
here.
of
Oh, I
His
thought you just
girlfriend.
moved out here.
With this girl.
With his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Joke's on you, because she'll sit on that dick and come, and then you're just going to be like,
Hey.
what the fuck?
Hey, have you ever heard of I don't know, no sex till marriage? Jesus.
yeah, we're
These
all about
people,
Jesus here.
oh my god.
Is Jesus keen?
Yeah, Jesus. Oh
Ooh.
wow. That's
I don't
a-
believe
that's
it.
a-
That's a nice
I don't
little
believe it. Oh, shit.
skidoo.
bitch.
So, Kanye West. I think he's a philanthropist. I
No.
think he's,
Excuse me.
Do you know what a philanthropist
he's a
is?
god. He's an
Oh.
immortal. He's king. I
rose
don't
in
know. I don't know.
Harlem.
Is he a
But the boy, the homie,
Yeah.
Kanye West, yay,
Easy?
came out with a new album. He's been doing these little Sunday services
Yeah, dude.
for a
Apparently
while
people
now,
have been really
and
enjoying
those
them. They're like,
slap. I don't know what they are.
They're
just, like,
cool
an
as fuck to watch.
experience,
people are
Yeah.
like, wow, I like going to church now.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
Have
but
you
then,
been
but that's
seeing
the thing. It's not church. They're just like
Yeah.
out in public.
Gospels, just doing
Yeah.
gospels and shit,
Gospel,
just
yeah.
singing.
Could you
yeah.
imagine being
He's a
in
producer.
Chicago and just like walking down the street and there's
And
like 700
just-
gospel singers and you're just like, what the fuck
Let's
is going
go,
on?
bro. Yes, dude. Yeah, dude. That's what it is too.
Wow.
It's like, and that's kind of my argument towards the album, but we'll get there. But yeah, he's been doing those Sunday services where he's been like recreating his albums, but gospel, and it's like, Jesus, dude, this man.
Oh,
is
that's
out.
what it is?
But then he does like actual like church music and stuff.
Interesting.
It's all. It's a
As well. It's a
gospel album.
movement. It's a movement
Oh.
for sure.
But when you think about it, I was watching a couple of interviews he did because I haven't listened to the album. I really.
Oh, let me
need
get.
to.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Go
talk
for it,
about.
and then I'll talk.
Yeah.
about the
So
interviews
yeah. So I've listened to the album, and I think
Cover
A-
to cover.
what I want everybody to remember in this room and just know for a fact, Kanye's like a producer first, right?
Would you say that he's a producer first or he was a producer second?
I think he rapped first, but then
Right.
then he
So
mastered
now,
producing.
yes.
Now he's just a producer. So I think everybody was trying to like listen for a Kanye rap album. That's
When it
because
wasn't.
when it wasn't that wasn't the goal at all. And you can't listen as like just another rap album or something
Well,
like
he even
that.
said it wasn't a rap album.
Yeah. So I don't know why I keep moving my legs, but you can't listen to it like a rap album. So I think people are saying they dislike it because they were expecting that, but it's like every single song. There's not a skippable song. Like it's produced so perfectly. It's like 25 minutes long. It's literally I can listen to it on my way home from work. It's 25 minutes long, and it's just like a movement. It's like just like a gospel movement. Like you get the chills. I don't know, dude. So like looking at it that way, it's a good album. But overall, I'm not saying at all that it's it's not a good album.
Damn.
But I would listen to it.
Wait, but what do you mean?
Like it's just like
It's not a rap.
It's kind of like you know how Jaden Smith has like a song called Pink, but it's like split up into 4. It's
Yeah.
like that. You don't really know the like end or beginning of the song. Like you do,
Oh.
Yeah.
but it flows so well. It's like put together so well.
So why does that
it just-
make it not good?
No, that's what makes
makes
it good.
Oh,
Is it different?
There's not a skippable song.
I thought you said it's not a good album
Most
overall.
People are saying it's not a good album because they expected a Kanye rap album
Yeah,
instead.
they-
Oh,
Very
sorry.
highly produced
I'm dumb.
gospel
Like,
album from
okay,
Kanye.
quote unquote, it's considered probably art
Art. Oh. Would you
more
say,
than anything,
Would you be able to
and
kind of-
gospel.
kind of compare it to Childish Gambino's "Awaken My Child," to where he didn't really do rap. It was more of a
It's something
More
different. I won't say that it sounds like that because I don't think it does sound like
I don't
that.
think there's
but
anything
it's
out there
that
something
sounds
that
like
you
it.
did not expect. Like
From-
like Childish Gambino, I was expecting another rap album and it wasn't that at
okay.
all. Yeah,
Okay.
it's exactly That's
Something
a good.
like
That's a
that.
good depiction. Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that because along with my Sober October,
And that's just me. I could be an idiot, but
I was
mean,
also
I am, but
not on social media for the month.
Oh wow, hell yeah!
I would have
100%?
yeah, okay, not 100%. I would say about 85%.
That's-
Because
Like,
there were
not
days that
using
I
it-
was like bored, not doing shit.
like not looking at it at all.
I deleted the app from my phone.
Oh wow.
wow.
You do
And
that
there were
a lot.
there
though.
were days that I was like there wasn't anything that I was doing and I was just kind of like sitting there. But anyways, so like they announced that he was releasing it on like
Oh, yeah,
October
yeah.
31st. Or like social media was like, "Oh, he hasn't released it yet or whatever."
Yep.
And I was like, I didn't even know that this was happening.
Yep.
So I was even
Oh.
shocked at all.
Damn, that's wild.
It's crazy how much you miss out, in my opinion, musically from social media. Because that's who, like, I follow artists on Instagram
True.
that I listen to. If I'm not following them on any form of social media platform, I don't know when albums dropping, when singles drop, none of that.
True, man.
Isn't
That's-
that weird?
Yeah, I mean that's what social media is nowadays,
Right.
right? Yeah.
Well, and that's how
Promotion.
that's how artists are able to make it without a label. You don't need a label.
For sure.
No,
That's how
dude.
St. John made it, was from fucking Instagram.
Look at Russ too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Look at us.
Look at us, man. We just made it from
Yeah.
Mixed,
the-
mastered, and produced solely by me.
I would say probably the most mainstream people that I could think of off the top of my head are probably Macklemore and Ryan Lewis that made it completely without a label.
True,
I mean,
and they
are
made
the
it
biggest-
huge.
Yeah, they got
I'm not saying lyrically or anything like that, but just like magnitude.
Especially that was even
The
what,
magnitude
like
of what they
6,
did,
7,
yeah.
8 years ago.
Yeah,
even,
dude.
Like,
Yeah, because that was the peak of like Facebook and yeah, weird.
so you don't need a label anymore, right? With all of these, with how you're able to produce music off a laptop, and you know, all you need is a good microphone and the skill to write the music. Yeah.
Again,
Oh, hell yeah.
look at us.
Look at us.
Shit, you know what? I say we drop our own album.
Ugly
Ugly Boy
God.
Winter. Ugly
Not
Boy
really.
Winter coming this
I'll get
fucking
that.
winter.
Gotta
I'm
go.
calling it now.
Gotta
Ugly
go.
Boy Winter. That's
Ugly
our
Boy
band.
Winter.
That's our band group. That's our band group.
thought-
Should
be the
copyright
album.
that. You need to copyright that right now.
Copyrights right now.
If anyone
TM.
else takes that, we will hunt you down.
Cease and desist.
We will suicide
Ugly
you.
Boy. That's the name of the podcast. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're renaming the podcast again.
Again.
Ugly Boy Winter.
So I know we just went through a rebrand, but
Psych.
Yeah.
psych.
But yeah, Jesus is King. To me, sounds good. I'm not saying like. Don't take it for a Kanye. Listen to it openly, because it's
Openly.
literally like 25 minutes long. Just listen to it for what it is. Listen to the whole thing. Judgment aside, because when he did rap, there's a couple lyrics that you're like, really, Kanye? Like he said, what was it? You're my Chick-fil-A. Something like your clothes on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A. Clothes on Sundays. No selfies. Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if it sound, would you say it sounds better than it looks? Would you buy some of his merch? His hot
You know,
$250
that's
jackets?
a really good question.
Sweater?
That is a good-
That's the only thing I know about this, because I didn't listen to the album yet.
Okay.
All I know is that his merch.
Are you going to after my description?
I'm gonna listen to it.
Okay.
Because it's been popping up. Now I gotta figure out what this Jesus is Keen. Oh man, look at that! I'd
Start
buy
from
that.
the top, boy.
I
Get what
wonder
the
if it
people
says
want.
send your email because they're not sending any, so they're just like kind of
Figuring out-
gauging
yeah.
an
No,
invoice.
I think there's only a select few. I think these are just.
But yeah.
Are these already dropped?
Yeah.
yeah, that's why there's a price on them.
Okay.
Stupid.
The most affordable thing that I see on there is that hat. I would
The
get
hat,
that
the
as well.
socks are
$20,
20, which is pretty standard for like good socks.
Yeah, but are
Oh,
those
I
good
think-
socks, bro? They look
looks like a
yeah.
cum
That's
sock.
the worst
Yeah, dude.
picture of.
Oh,
ever.
now I get it. You're coming for Jesus.
Oh my
no.
God,
The
Dude.
second coming.
so stupid.
Now
Go to the hat.
definitely
Go to
gonna
the
buy
hat. Go to the hat.
Thank you, Kanye.
Is that 40?
It
Yeah.
probably is. Yep, $4.
Okay, that's. I'll spend $40 on a hat.
But at the same time, all U.S. purchases will receive a digital download of.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Pre-sale ticket access to an. Okay, so you get
Wait a second, Kanye.
you get the hat, you get pre-sale thing to his
Sunday
concert
Access.
digital download, color
and his
maybe,
album.
100%.
Huh.
Easy garment ships in 4 to 5 weeks. All purchases include pre-sale ticket access. Wow.
Okay.
So you're paying for more. Than
What
just
about
the
okay?
hat.
Get the sweatshirt. Click on the sweatshirt. That's the same shit.
I bet you. I bet you it's more. You get more access of something.
If you're gonna pick a sweatshirt, what do you?
Please, oh my God, just
Plus.
it's. I think it's. The
Hey,
site.
Mitch, pick a fucking sweatshirt, bud.
Sorry, this trackpad is garbage.
Technical difficulties.
170. You get it in vinyl.
Oh, so you get the straight up
Oh.
vinyl, and the vinyl was $40.
Okay.
Interesting.
Or
Wait.
25. Sorry, vinyl is 25. So you get.
Dude,
Wait, but go back to it. Go back to this one. Jesus.
was that the one?
That's a
No,
different
that
one.
wasn't the one.
Oh, this is a different one. But
Long sleeve
oh
and
no,
digital
color,
download.
colors. Vinyl.
No, that wasn't the one though. That was
No, that's-
that's
yeah, that's a
$70.
sh-
The other one was $170.
No, I think it said the color. is
Color
the
vinyl blue.
No, the other
No,
one
I
didn't,
think you.
though.
I think you get a. Click that right there.
That one.
Color vinyl blue.
Color
Oh.
vinyl blue. Damn.
Okay, wait. All
Okay.
purchases include. Oh yeah. Okay.
This one doesn't
Okay.
even have the album to it.
Interesting.
Damn.
Kanye. I'm confused. I don't
But
know,
look
I-
how cheap that website is too, bro. Are you kidding me?
170
He
for a
probably
sweatshirt.
Would
did
you
it.
buy from this website?
I personally
It's
no.
pretty simple.
Maybe the sweatpants.
Yeah.
Sunday
No.
serve.
What the?
Oh no.
Oh my lord.
Wait, hold on. Why is Jesus not black? We all know he's not white. So
I
Kanye, you're
I don't think
feeding
he's white in
into
that
the.
one, is
No,
he?
look at that white American.
Nice
Look at
color.
that picture. Oh, dude. Okay, I would rock this
Yeah.
shit.
This cannot
Yeah,
be
bro.
real.
Oh.
This is real.
This is Kanye's site. Yeah.
I can't.
Shop.KanyeWest.com.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
I can't.
How can it be fake?
I want to see people.
Look at
actually
that
wearing
fucking shirt.
them. Yeah.
What?
So for anyone out there, Video Game Donkey on YouTube
Shout
has
out.
a whole video about this, and it's pretty
Tag in the
fucking
link
crazy.
below.
Thank you for the thank you
Support.
for the views and support.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Donkey.
Donkey. Yeah.
Video Game Donkey.
Interesting.
But yeah,
Good.
Oh shit.
He has a whole video on it, and I just got a picture. Oh my God, Taylor just sent me a picture of a White Claw Christmas sweatshirt. I'm dreaming of a White Claw Christmas.
Wow.
I'm
Dumb.
all over it.
Oh
I'm
my
dead.
God.
That's actually
I'm
kind of
DED, bro.
kind of falls in with what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, it
How much is that, baby?
Cause
Do you
she
get a
asked
White
me-
Claw with
I'm-
it?
I'm
I
telling
doubt
her-
it.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
She
So-
said, going to the store, need anything? And I said, I'm good,
That-
thank you. And then she sent me the picture. She said, are you sure about that?
You're like,
Say
Are you
please.
fucking
Well,
positive?
Please
ask
get
ask if
four.
it comes with a White Claw.
Yeah, it has to come with a White
It
Claw
has to come
too.
with, yeah, it has to come with like a.
Ew,
whole
I
pack
bet
of
you
White
they come out with like an eggnog flavored White Claw.
Claw. Ooh.
Dude.
Okay, I had pumpkin spice eggnog. That shit was pretty dope.
Dude, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think I might have already talked about this as well, but I had a pumpkin spice latte from. I tried a pumpkin spice latte from.
Wait, did you try the
Starbucks.
cold press or whatever that one is, or
I
did
don't
you
know,
try
it
a
was cold.
hot one?
No, cold.
Okay, so I've heard that the ones,
They're so good though.
I've heard those ones
They're
slap.
so
The
good.
cold press
Yeah,
one.
they're
Cold
like the
press.
new wave.
Yeah, but I can't drink one, dude, because Cave, I always made fun of people for getting pumpkin spice
Pumpkin
latte, you
spice.
But it's not
basic white
pumpkin
bitch.
Spice latte. It's pumpkin
Cold
spice
press?
Cold press.
Oh.
Oh.
It's style.
Is there a loophole in this?
Basic.
Is that- yeah.
Basic.
So, but yeah, I don't know. It's good. You like your espresso machine? That's wild.
Love
How much
them
did you pay for
espressos.
it?
Zero.
I got it for free
Zero.
from my mama. Shout out Mama Sims.
Oh.
Taylor
Yeah.
says, I don't think so.
Ain't that some
Damn.
shit?
Laughing emoji.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
My sister-in-law has one,
you don't have a sister-in-law.
technically.
She's
Technically
not
sister.
married or engaged, unless there's
Wow.
news to be had.
Way to throw me under the bus. I'm pregnant.
Oh, congratulations.
kidding.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. You heard
I'd
it
be-
here first.
Eileen,
First here.
Steve,
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna be an dude. Nolan Miller's
Could
not
you
ready to
imagine
be
if
an
that's how
uncle.
somebody did their pregnancy reveal?
On a podcast?
On a podcast.
Well, congratulations.
Hey, you could either do that or you could die.
You
To-
could.
Yeah.
Welcome to Iowa, y'all, where
I
we
t-
make pipe bombs for gender
You
reveals.
betcha.
Yo, ain't nothing but a whole bunch of tannerite.
Is that what it was?
It's fucking
Tannerite.
It was like Grandma Lisa, right, or somebody?
Grandma.
Grandma was like 50-something years old, too.
Yeah,
Like,
she
she's
young
young.
grandma.
Wow,
Young gran-
sounds super white trashy.
Oh, you
Oh
betcha.
my
I tell
god!
you.
I mean,
Thank
R.I.P.
you,
for
Tannerite,
sure.
sponsoring this
Yeah,
podcast.
Jesus.
They keep our podcast explosive.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
I heard they're booming.
Business.
God, shit.
Hey! You guys
Got
should
'em.
you guys should invest in jetpacks. I
Huh?
heard they're taking off.
Oh.
Last one.
God,
Our
the
podcast
dad
is now nothing but
jokes.
shitty puns. I hope you guys are ready for this.
Puns. Puns.
But you know what doesn't kill you? Makes you stronger.
I thought you were gonna say something else. That's why.
I was gonna say something.
I
but then
really-
I had to copy that.
Might need to go home, I think.
But last I knew, I don't think conspiracies work if autopsies come back as you didn't kill yourself.
Shout out to the
Dude,
Clintons
did you
for
guys
keeping the
see
pod.
the clip? You guys see
Well,
the
okay,
clip
yeah, that's a
of
true
the-
question. Was she accidentally killed, or was she accidentally suicided?
Oh, the woman with the gender reveal.
I
Oh,
don't know.
Jesus. No. People in Knoxville are too fucking dumb to pull off shit like that. Come on.
But,
She knew something.
dude,
She knew the gender before
Dude,
the
it's
reveal.
just like Paul Walker. Okay, so Paul Walker knew that they were sending.
No. Paul Walker knew that the CA Corvette was coming out in 2019.
Phone to strike him
Oh,
down.
I hate every part of this.
People do not understand.
The reptilians,
Dude, the lizard people.
they are feeding on our souls.
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg is the head of the reptilians, and he's trying to fuel the China organ donation so that we can feed our overlords. That
I
we
have
don't
never
see.
felt more dumb in my entire life.
Dude, yeah, Alex Jones over here talking about vampire pedophiles stealing kids. And-
David Blaine in the
Yeah.
background
Wait,
doing tricks.
What?
Yeah, did you not know that?
What?
Okay, here.
It's a
Hold
meme.
on,
It's a good-
whoa. If this is gonna send you in a spiral, just stop,
No,
because
it's a good
I
meme.
cannot.
So,
It was a good
For
meme.
everyone who if people who don't know who Alex Jones is, he does news segments for
Conspiracy.
news,
Quote unquote
news
news.
Quote.
segments for InfoWars, and this man's just straight up nuts.
Whack.
Like he literally says like on Joe when he's been on Joe Rogan's podcast twice.
Couple times, yeah.
And I think the first time he was on, I'm quoting this.
What's his name?
Alex Jones.
Alex
Okay.
Jones. He goes, to put it quite simply, I'm kind of fucking retarded. That was like
That's
literally what
What
he
he said. Yep.
But anyways, he
The radio
talks-
host?
Yeah,
Yep.
he does.
Okay, like a
talk
fat
radio.
white guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Radio.
and he does.
I'm just doing everything
He,
in
he
quotes.
does like there's like a folk, some people did like a folk song of like snippets of his, but he talks about like these vampire pedophile people. Yeah. Yep. There
Yep.
he is right there.
That's
Tinfoil
how it
hat.
runs up.
Huh.
So, but anyways, it's crazy that you bring that up because, like, while the man is just batshit crazy, he talks about all these, like, pedophiles, like, taking kids and shit. They're the elites and these lizard people. Well, I don't believe in the lizard people and shit. I think that does bring us to a very good point of, like, what the fuck has been happening recently?
I don't know what you're talking about, boy.
Oh, you don't know?
They were covering up. The whole fucking news media has been
Yeah,
covering
did-
this shit up.
Did you see the CNN guy that was like trying to talk about his military dogs, and he was like giving this explanation? He's like, now you can't buy these dogs unless they're fully trained. So if you're not going to train them all the time, please do not buy these dogs because like they're military dogs or whatever. And he's going on this rant about like
Here, I'll
not
find-
buying
I'll
these
find it,
dogs. Yeah, so we were able to find the video of this guy on CNN, and it is literally hysterical. This is the funniest thing.
Absolutely. If I could I throw a PSA out real quick?
Real quick.
Just the remarkable nature of these dogs and them being highlighted in the news creates a huge demand by people that frankly shouldn't have them. If you see the coverage and you decide I want one of these dogs, either buy a finished trained, fully trained and finished dog from a professional, or just don't get one at all. That and Epstein didn't kill himself.
Okay. Thank you for that.
And listen to his
All right,
response. Listen
Mike,
to his response.
Maybe more on that later.
Wait, so was he talking about like how he trains dogs for the military and they're
think
dogs
so.
that don't make it?
And he
Like
says,
police
"Don't buy
dogs,
the-"
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Stuff
Okay,
like that.
okay.
Yeah. So.
want one.
Yeah. So, for people who don't know what's going on, Jeffrey Epstein is.
Who dat?
I can't remember exactly his background, but basically just a really wealthy, famous person.
That did a lot of shitty things.
Yeah, did very, very
Very
awful
shitty.
things. He had a liking for
And we talked about it a
Younger
bit.
children?
minors,
Yep.
Yes.
and he would host parties.
Sexual
and-
parties.
Yeah, sexual party. Like
He
so-
was okay, this is per Wikipedia.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Was an American financier and a convicted sex offender.
Yes.
nice.
He went-
Began his professional life as a teacher, but then switched to the banking and finance sector in various
Smart
roles,
move.
working at Bear
Bear
Stearns
Stearns.
before forming his own firm. He
Oh.
developed an elite social circle and procured women and many underage girls who were sexually abused by Epstein. Okay, so that was the main like.
Yeah. And
That's
when,
his-
we
Okay.
say, when we say he got an elite circle, we're talking everyone. This is not a left or right sided thing. We're talking like
Clinton.
we're talking like Bill Clinton. We're talking like Prince Harry and shit from
Trump.
Yeah,
Trump was there, yeah.
There's
Was
so
Bill-
many,
He's just there. Whenever
Bill
there's a
Gates?
picture, he's
Michael
in the
Jackson, was
background.
Michael Jackson there?
I don't know.
there's so many
For
people.
real.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke.
No, and there's been so many claims to these people that have taken these airplane trips. That's where it usually happened, was like on an airplane, and he had a private estate on an island.
Yep.
And keep in mind, after he died from his suicide, they raided his that estate,
Fate.
and everything was magically gone. For some reason, all of his computers had no hard drives in them, and everything. Yeah. Oh, It's insane. And when you look at it recently, there's been these media outlets, Twitter specifically, people pointed out today after the Epstein didn't kill himself or whatever the hashtag was, hit another 50,000 tweets. It went from 7 to number 24 in ranked. The last week after.
So what's that called?
Went down.
It went down almost 20.
What's
spots.
that called though? It's like a part of the algorithm where they
No, but
Joe
that's
Rogan was
bad.
just they were just
So they're
talking
trying to
about that
cover
on
it
their
up.
It's an algorithm.
like a cold search or something like that. So
Yeah.
like if you were to type in Joe Rogan's name, he's not on the cold search, but like if you were to type in their name, they wouldn't pop up like to find their page. So it's
So
somebody that
the
works
name
for Instagram or
Jeffrey
Twitter.
Epstein,
Yes.
It goes straight to the
you
bottom.
look at what CNN's been reporting on the last week after. So what's pushed a lot of this over is the coroner. I believe that's technically what it's called. Basically, after they looked
The
at
state
Epstein,
coroner, yeah.
looked at Epstein's body and they're like, there's almost no way he killed himself. Like this was someone else that killed him. And this whole entire week, every news outlet has not been talking about it. CNN has been talking about Trump's misspelled tweets. I'm not kidding you. These were legitimate headlines on CNN that they were reporting on as this was happening. So this Project Veritas that works on exposing these kinds of things basically got a hold of this. It was a hot mic. This news anchor did not know she was being recorded and was talking about how they had this was 3 years ago. How they had all this shit on Epstein.
Don't you think that's interesting though within itself that there was all of a sudden a hot mic? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just weird. Like the whole.
Well, there's been CNN reporters that have been caught on hot mics as well for the whole Russiagate thing that happened as well, and it's just like, and they talk about there's nothing there, but we keep on being told to get pushed this because it drives clicks up. That's the thing. That's how these news sites work. They run on outrage. They want you to be like,
Well,
they did this.
I wonder if and like this goes back to you being in New Zealand, because I know that like people in other countries like laugh at us because our media is driven on fear and like now clickbait. So like people in other countries are like laughing at us because they're like, our news outlets like don't report like this. And I don't know like how true that is, but they don't like run their country to fear.
Yeah, I hardly
sure.
watched TV when I was down in New Zealand, but
It's the same thing. Sorry, I don't want to just keep
No,
going,
that's
but
how I was gonna say.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as like in other countries as well. Like the United States puts a lot of like prescription drugs in like TV shows. Like says like, oh,
It's illegal in other countries to do that. Yeah.
it's illegal for them to advertise.
Yeah.
Like when you watch
true.
advertisements, you don't see pharmaceuticals on TV.
That's incredible. That's so good.
Yeah,
What a
I know.
lovely country.
And that happened in the late like whenever TV came out. Don't let me. I'm gonna sound fucking dumb,
They
but like
made it illegal right away.
yeah, because something had happened and
Damn.
they were
Wow.
like, no, we're not advertising medicine.
yeah. But anyway, so
Yeah, going back into
Sorry.
it.
No,
There's
you're
a
all
lot.
good, man. This is driving a really good discussion. So the whole thing here is what makes Epstein. I know a lot of people are like, well, he did all these evil things. Why are we upset that he's dead? He literally made his living as well on blackmailing people. He had so much dirt on so many people, and I'm not kidding you, people that you probably did not want to know that was involved
for
with this
sure.
stuff, and he's dead.
Yep.
So we don't know.
They got rid of all his stuff.
But what happened?
I don't know. who
Wasn't there
they
something
is,
that
but
happened?
You don't just like take out hard drives on your computer when you die.
No, but wasn't there something that happened? Like he was gonna testify for something.
He was in a like their top secret.
he had a black
confined
book or
cell.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's confined cell, and he was supposed to be under 24-hour watch, so something like this couldn't happen, so he could testify against these people.
Yeah, but the reason why, because he was supposed to testify, let's say like 24 hours after, or like the next day.
Yep.
But what was he testifying for?
Because he had been caught. There were leaks.
Oh,
they finally had
okay.
enough
I'm
evidence
following
to get
what we're
him
saying now.
on
Okay,
these
sorry.
child trafficking charges and the
And he was gonna
The
say,
child-
"Well, you
And
think
he was
I'm
gonna
bad? Like,
confess,
look at this
yep.
shit." Okay,
Exactly. And we're
Gotcha.
talking high-ranking officials officials, not movie stars, not celebrities, officials, people who make your laws and tell you what you can and can't do from around the world are connected to this.
It's all part of the family, boys.
You know what was funny though is because like Epstein was caught in 2008 and went to prison, and it wasn't even a real prison sense. He had work leave, so literally he had people come and have sex with him in his cell.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
What?
and like yeah, he was able to work from his cell, and like he barely like the weekends he wasn't even in jail.
Yeah, dude.
All because he had money.
It's
I
all,
mean-
it's all power. That's again.
That's
Well,
our legal system.
but they also probably thought whoever he was good friends with thought, well, if you're in jail, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? Maybe they thought that he would talk, so then they made it a situation
How
where
long
he
did he
wasn't
serve
in
then?
jail.
I think he said only 8 months.
Yeah. It'd be a
Wow.
shame if I couldn't do this on the weekend. You ended up fucking dead, and your family did too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And your kids,
Right.
You know.
Right.
I did away with your kids. Fuck, dude. Especially with that kind of power.
Yeah.
You see what happens.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see where you're getting at. Okay.
So we're gonna. I still have the screen recorder going, but we're gonna pop it back up there quick. This Project Veritas, they work on exposing these kind of things that happen through actual legitimate sources, and it's all video based.
This just happened.
Yeah,
like
this
this
was-
video, because it's on page 6, 7
Yeah,
hours
Mitch-
ago.
Yeah, Mitch.
Okay.
Yeah, Mitch
this was
tweeted
happening
this,
today.
retweeted this. I saw
Gotcha.
this. retweet.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is how disconnected from.
So
Social media.
we're
It's
gonna
actually
pop
kinda
this
nice,
up real
but-
quick.
She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my god, what we had was unreal.
You can't fake that.
Wait, so
You
she's
can't
mad
fake that.
because now this story's coming to a head however
she
many
had
years
it.
later, and
Well,
she already had a story
Yep.
that she had been working on.
She's basically saying like, we had all this rage. So basically, the woman she was talking about was someone who's been in hiding
Right.
from Epstein and all that, and came forward and said, "This is what's happening." They had, like she said, they had picture proof, they had video evidence, they had all of this, and they're like, "We have it. It's ready to go." And what happened is, this was coming around the time when Prince Harry the young one that's
The one that's
Just
married to
got married.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Prince Harry.
He was connected to it, and they were supposed to have an interview with him, and they're just like, shut it down. He was involved with this. Disney, the company that owns ABC, is involved, and there's high-ranking officials at ABC or at Disney that have been involved with this. Yeah, dude. Like, there are so many people, and it's fucked. And that's why all of this is getting shut down, because they don't want you to know that this is happening. Because if you find out, they're gonna want fucking answers.
The
See,
plot
I think
thickens.
about like, okay. I'm gonna get so much shit for that. Maybe not. I think that 9/11 was an inside job. Okay.
Let's not
I
even
can't.
get into
But
that.
I'm just saying that if, like, think about, let's just say that everybody believed that.
Okay.
That 9/11 was an inside job and people were like, "Ugh,
For the oil.
I want answers." Think about the fucking chaos
Yeah.
where people are overthrowing your government. Like, you would have to have, like, George W. Bush would have to be like, "Yep, I lied about this. This was all like bullshit." And here's
If it
like,
was-
you would have to have one, but that's the thing. It's so interlaced with everything that, once again, let's just say that was true. That would go back eons of government to be like, okay, well, if you lied about something as serious as that,
What the fuck else did you lie about?
literally, which, I mean, obviously we all know the government's
I mean,
based
yeah,
on
we've
like a
never
lot
been
of
to the
lies,
moon,
but
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So
What'd you say?
We've never been to the moon.
True.
Ah.
True.
So I'm one of those people that I firmly believe that planes were flown into the Twin Towers. However, the reasons we went overseas was for oil. It was
For
not to
sure.
fight terrorism.
Okay,
We
wait.
100%
Oh,
went over.
100%.
We just need a
Bodies
and
don't
excuse.
evaporate like that in a fire. It is scientifically proven
No,
that
but-
an entire body cannot disintegrate from that amount of heat.
Well,
No,
that
no,
too.
what Mitch is saying, no.
I'm just saying, I'm adding to it, and I just want people to know
no,
that.
you're good.
What I'm saying is, we know because there's millions of photos and videos that 2 planes were flown into the twin. Was that all that happened? I don't know.
But we use it as an excuse to go Middle East to
For
get
sure.
oil.
Yeah. Oh, that's
But
what
it's
I-
also
Because-
kind of crazy too because they were talking about whatever is going on in
Syria?
like the Ukraine or whatever's happening over there.
yeah. I
There's
don't
a
know.
They're-
regime change.
Yeah, and they're talking about how. And I'm going to be talking out of my ass for a second. They're
yeah, for
talking
sure.
about how potentially like Ukraine could be like falling or whatever's going on without U.S. help, and it's just like. Like, why do we put
It's
ourselves?
Turkey and Syria that are basically at,
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
war.
yeah. And
Yep.
they're saying that without our help, Turkey would be fucked.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we're not supposed to be there.
And it just goes back
We
to
made
people-
ourselves because of like,
Right.
we made ourselves the world police.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what we
not
try to
just
do.
that,
Ooh.
there's resources
The
there
world police.
that people want. There's again high-ranking officials that people
Right.
want. You look at the Biden's connections with the Ukrainian government as well. Like,
And I've
that's-
been seeing some shit with Beto and like the Mexican government with dude.
Beto
Don't-
O'Rourke?
yes.
Is
Dude,
that why he dropped out of the presidential race?
I think he was just losing.
Well,
and
it was-
decided
yeah, it was-
that-
yeah.
But
Elizabeth
him and Nancy
Warren,
Pelosi,
2020.
there was a picture
Oh,
of him
good.
and Nancy Pelosi, and like with the Mexican like president, whoever the hell they have, like agreeing on like, I don't know, drug legislation.
Don't fucking
or-
trust these people.
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
Well, that's why it's important to vote.
Yes.
Speaking of that, that's today.
Well, for, what was it, council?
Did you go vote?
No,
Are you registered in Polk County, though?
I'm in Mourne.
Oh, then you
I
can't
mean-
vote.
Yeah, I mean I get absentee, but
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean it's
Wow.
No, and my biggest thing here is for people never stop questioning things, like always being like, is that true? I don't know about that. Like, don't just take everything you see and hear at face value. That's why absolutely, like, a good example that's a lot more lighthearted is this whole thing with the Eminem and Rihanna beef that happened. Have you guys seen or heard about that?
What?
That popped up?
with like Chris Brown, right?
So basically, like, it was for Eminem's Relapse album. He had a line basically saying he was going to beat Rihanna, and basically in reference to the Chris Brown
Yikes.
beating. However, this track was not put on Relapse and was obviously just a clip from 10 years ago, and they're very good friends. They've had 2, like, platinum singles together, and
We don't know they're good friends.
Yeah, I was
but-
going to say, hold on.
But people are trying to take it and blow it out of proportion. They're like, look what Eminem said about Rihanna.
Oh.
She's pissed now. No, she's not.
probably doesn't give
That
a
was
shit.
before Rihanna, right? Like when like Eminem said that lyric, that was like
Oh
before.
yeah, it was before.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
And
What?
it was on the Relapse album, and it's part of the Slim Shady persona. And people are like, you can't use that to defend it. I'm like, that's literally his whole shtick. It's what I'm saying is you will find people that'll take things and blow way out of proportion, or they'll take it and try to hide it. Always go look for the answers. Do not stop.
But
Like the
we
media.
can't confirm Epstein could have killed himself.
He could have.
But you just had a medical examiner say,
That
It
doesn't
is-
mean shit.
how not? Scientifically, it can't be proven.
Yeah, he basically said, did he kill himself? It was like,
Or
a
is that fake?
minuscule-
Or is that just fake?
Okay, that's interesting too because how
Give
did
me
he
the
get a
actual
warrant
article.
to do another autopsy? Like who? You know what I'm
They
saying?
always
Because
do
they
an
have a
autopsy.
state, but they already did one.
And people claimed that it wasn't
Thorough.
done.
I could also see. I want to real quick. I could also see this being blown out of proportion to where they're trying to have us, kind of like feed the conspiracy, so that we believe some stuff like Epstein did kill himself or Epstein didn't. So it's gonna toss us in a ray. But once again, like, people should not be afraid of their government. The government should be afraid of their people.
Yes. 100%.
So rise against.
No, 100%.
No.
Oh, okay. So it says
Okay. That's a good quote.
a forensic pathologist was hired by the Epstein brother and claimed that evidence points to homicide.
Oh,
Because here's the other thing,
shit.
though, too. Like,
But Epstein's brother, we need a third party. We need so discrediting this man.
but you have to think about how many people die, and they say, "Oh, they died from whatever," and then they get a second opinion.
Yeah, but if you bought it from your brothers,
No,
that's another conspiracy though.
he he paid this pathologist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
pay you
okay,
money
okay.
to say that my brother didn't. kill
No, he
himself,
could have paid
you
for
know?
the pathologist to do an actual autopsy. But I see what you're saying. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Do the whole Dave Chappelle thing. We'll just sprinkle a little crack on him. And call
All
it
good. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I always question these things. It may come out.
Oh, and this is kind of like
Oh, dude, yeah.
Sick. Betcha.
may have been strangled. So it's not really like a.
Exactly, dude. Because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, they
You're right.
put that
It
out
could-
in the media for some reason. Like,
Yeah.
now he got killed, but really, at the end of the day, he could have literally killed himself.
The way I find it though is we knew that all this they have all the evidence, all this stuff was happening.
True.
Right.
Him dying is not the main
Main
point
point,
of it.
yeah.
It's the driving point.
Right.
The main point is there's a lot of fucking sick pedophiles that are
Yeah.
running shit that need to be convicted.
Yep.
And all
Yeah,
of
let's
this,
not-
don't you just
let's
find
not-
how it's funny that we have this guy that's gonna rat, that makes it
Yep.
sound like it's negative, that's going to testify against him. All of a sudden he dies under the watch of 2 security guards that were supposed to be on like watching him 24/7
Right.
and a jail cell that is literally impossible to do to kill yourself.
Yeah.
And then after this happens, it just gets swept under the rug,
Yep.
and all of a sudden you don't hear about
Because
any
it's
of these
not a
charges
problem.
Mhm,
Right.
'cause the media doesn't like to cover that shit.
Oh
Like,
my
it's too- it's
god, dude,
too
that's
intermingled.
wild. That's wild. It's truly wild.
But yeah,
Truly,
it's
truly,
just
truly.
crazy because like sex rings have been happening in this country for a while. Actually, there's other stories of high officials doing this kind of stuff, but Epstein is where people are finally gonna.
Well, and
hopefully
nobody's
wake
going to
up.
say anything about it because it's
Nope.
part of the system.
Exactly. You need young, tight boy pussies to run this country.
Holy shit.
gotta
Tight
keep-
boy pussy. I don't even know what
keep
that is, and I don't want to know what it is.
Oh boy.
I'll let you think about it, but don't think about it.
Yeah, not trying to end on a heavy note like that. But
Like
yeah,
tight boy pussies.
Tight.
But yeah, no, people like question the shit. Do your research. Look into this. You know, we still don't have answers about the Las Vegas shooting. Think about
Exactly.
that. Why
What
did
do you
that
mean?
happen?
What do you mean?
Zodiac killer.
Dude, why did the Las Vegas shooting happen?
Was the one where Dan Bilzerian?
Yeah.
Say
We
4
know about
people?
why all these school shootings happen. How come we don't know about
What do
the
you
Las
mean
Vegas?
we don't know
What
what
do you mean,
happened? We
yeah.
don't know why he did it?
Yeah, we don't know why he did it. It's literally everything about it got swept under the rug. Media cycle didn't run with it for a month like they did school shootings. Why all of a sudden did this guy?
Well, didn't he kill himself?
He did, but
So how would we know?
think about all the other killers that were killed while doing school shootings as well. So the point I'm trying to make is
Yeah, but do we know why the Columbine kids did it?
Yeah.
yeah, because they're sick, twisted fucking psychopaths and recorded everything.
Yeah.
Why they did
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Shows you
bad
how-
example,
The whole
bad
thing
example.
there.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying
Okay, but that's another thing too. If you think about it, their story is a little bit different, but like they paint people to say that they're like sick and twisted, and that's why they went to an elementary school. Which, don't get me wrong,
That's
you
yeah.
going to an elementary school to like kill a bunch of fucking kids is
That's
fucked up.
sick.
Yeah, I
But
guess, yeah.
they don't talk about like how they're a threat to society and that like they like paint this picture that they're a sick psychopath because that's the like they hated little kids and like
Yeah.
they just went to a so it's all about the fucking narrative.
Yeah.
You don't want to call a spade
When
a
it's kinda
spade
like-
and just
I mean,
say
you-
like, hey, this person's a fucking terrorist
Yeah.
and they do this shit.
terrorist. But the whole point is we don't know why he did it. There was nothing back there, and it happened around the time that some political things were going on as well. So a lot of people thought that this was a cover-up to try to draw attention away from political happenings at the time.
Huh.
So I think it was
Wow.
was it during the Clinton email?
It could have been,
going
yeah.
on? I think it was around that time.
I think so.
And again, people are just skeptical. It could have just been some deranged person
Yep.
that decided to go crazy, but there was a lot of things that didn't add up. All of a sudden, none of the family members could be contacted. I think another family member was found dead.
Well, I think they said
Dude.
that he had no family.
Something
Because
Dude,
they
same-
they interviewed like his ex-wife and she was like, I had no idea. You know what I mean? Like it was kind
And,
of
like,
weird.
And that's the same thing with like. Remember
Oh,
when we-
it's happened. Okay, so it
remember
happened
when
on
we-
October 1st.
Remember when we talked about the Dallas shooting and the cop that shot
Oh,
the
the
guy
shot-
in his
yeah.
home,
Mhm.
and
the girl.
The
Girl, yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was a guy.
It was
Eating
a
ice
girl.
cream.
She shot and killed a man,
Yeah,
but it was
yeah,
a
the
female
girl-
cop.
The
There's a
cop
different
killed a
cop.
man eating ice cream in his
God
apartment.
damn.
Oh,
Woman that killed it. There was another
Yeah,
cop.
the woman cop killed the man eating
Yes.
ice cream, and there was the guy that testified. He was found dead like a week later.
oh, yeah,
And there's been
yes.
reporters that have for other things in other countries that basically said like, yeah, these high-ranking officials are doing bad things. All of a sudden they go to testify and they're dead. Like I said, there should be giant red flags. That the biggest thing is if you're trying to testify against a whole bunch of people in power and you end up dead, that should be a giant red flag.
Fine.
No shit.
Damn.
No shit.
If only money didn't run everything, brother.
Yep. No joke. Because who's paying those courts' salary?
White
we?
people.
Yep.
Oh.
Taxes.
Look at all our tax money
And
going.
you want to talk about taxes, and like, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders announced a 41% sales tax. Like,
Woohoo.
that was their whole plan. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
if
it's
you guys
called.
heard about that.
Yeah, it's
On
called,
like what? Life?
Sales tax.
It's called socialism.
Yeah, brother.
Oh my-
All
you
for
hear
it.
all these plans of like paying back student loans and healthcare for all. How do you think that stuff gets paid for?
I know. Okay,
I know.
I
Tax,
hate that
gotta-
argument because it's like, do I want free college? Absolutely.
You betcha.
Is it ever going to happen? Absolutely not. Because once you take away a very big driving force for a city, Iowa State, Iowa, you and I, that money comes from us. Like you have to pay for your education because once it's free, you're gonna get. You think your college
other
books are
countries do
expensive
it.
now? Your college books are gonna be
No,
$1,000.
Other colleges do it. Like every other country, like Germany, they have
Yep.
free
But don't they
college
have?
tuition.
But that's what I'm saying.
Free Medicare.
Yeah, I'm not
Right.
saying. Yeah, I'm
So
not
that's
saying.
that's what I mean. Like it's gonna come
okay.
out of somewhere
Yeah,
else.
it's
Like you
called
think,
socialism.
right?
The money just
That's-
doesn't
that's
appear.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
It would be nice for somebody to come to fucking DMAC who's a billionaire and pay for all of our colleges, but no.
There's nothing wrong with socialism. It's just you
In
guys are used to
theory-
capitalism. In theory.
No, but it doesn't work, and that's why I'm a proponent of people just need to pay for their own shit. You know, I think that things need to be equal for all, and everyone needs to have access to all of these things. I don't think anyone should be held back from being able to do something, but at
Because
the
of
same time,
money.
like, I'm
But
not
also
going to-
make it attainable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. Like you have this systematic government who thinks that $10 an hour is a livable wage. And there's a video clip on okay, I'm not an advocate for the Huffington Post, but they posted a video of this
Thank you for the
government
views,
woman who was talking to a banker and was like, "Okay, Mitch makes
I've seen that.
blah
video.
blah blah
I'm-
dollars and she has 2 children and this is how much her groceries are and she's like in the hole after the month because she only makes like $12.37 an hour, which is like the minimum wage in whatever fucking state they're talking about. But it's just like I just don't understand why people aren't like talking about this more. Like
Yeah.
you need to start somewhere and like
There's two sides to it.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap this up before we run out of time on the video here in like 2 or 3 minutes. But basically, like, you obviously can't skyrocket the minimum wage either because we're seeing it happen as all these businesses are like, all right, well, these people are replaceable. Computer, like, look at McDonald's.
Yep.
You walk up, touch a computer screen.
They also make $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
nice.
There's way less.
And
of
people
them.
in healthcare can't even get paid $12 an
Yeah.
hour.
Exactly. We need to encourage people going for careers rather than just raising the minimum wage on part-time jobs. That's what we need to, and we need to quit encouraging.
Don't
people.
even make minimum wage a thing, dude. Just educate your people.
Well, the biggest thing is quit telling people that they need to go to college to be successful.
Yeah,
And
that's,
that-
that's
you're seeing
bullshit.
that.
Go to a
seen-
See,
trade school.
and
Go
I
get a
talked-
2-year
I've
degree.
seen so Generation Z or whatever the ones after that. That's what they're started.
Zoomers, dude.
There's a
I've talked
trend.
about that, about
There's a
how like
trend.
the
But
people that are CEOs are the ones that literally started the business from the bottom, but they are the ones telling us that we can't get a job with their company without 2 to 5 years experience and a fucking doctorate degree. I made it from nothing. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do, bro. Like, help me out.
Yeah.
You know?
But I saw some article that like they said that Generation Z or whatever generation it is, they're starting to see a trend where they're going back to trade school.
Trade schools.
And it's like, that's where the money's at. Like, it's
Exactly.
hard work. but,
Yeah.
like, good Lord, you're going to be able to get paid here in about 15 years,
Yeah,
I bet.
basically, to end it there, my dad, when he's out in California, there are HVAC workers that make six figures out in California.
God
Granted, depending
damn.
on where you live in California,
Well.
doesn't mean a lot. But where there are the places these people come from, we're talking literally these guys are crawling around in ducts, welding, making six figures a year because no one wants to do it.
And
Yep.
knows how.
And they know how.
Yeah.
Yeah. Knows how. So these
Underwater welding.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money
Oh,
in it.
wow.
When I say six
Oh.
figures, I don't mean just right over $100,000. We're talking
Right.
like a solid six figures. from
True, dude.
Fucking welding.
Damn.
And people are like, I want to be in the next tech startup. I'm sorry, Silicon Valley's dead. It's been dead for the
Yeah.
last 10 years.
Exactly.
Yep.
But yeah, so
Chris?
The future's here.
The future
Baby.
is NG.
Fuck the government.
Hey, if I had a beer, I'd cheers to that.
yeah,
Yes.
live your life, dude. Never
Yeah.
stop questioning things.
Remember,
Always
power to the people.
persist.
Pussy to the power.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Thank you for. I would say this is the very first episode of the QLC.
The quarter life crisis.
Wow, sounds
Thank
good.
you
QLC,
for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you, Haley.
It's like
Yeah,
TLC
thanks for
but
having me
better.
again.
Yeah, it was
Can't wait to
fun.
replace Mitch forever.
Wait a minute.
Somebody's got.
We
it,
are
man.
having fights.
Somebody's got to.
There's gonna be auditions.
Oh, you hate to see it. All right. Well,
Later.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah.